Have you seen in those cartoons? Scooby-Doo and Shaggy? Or Tom and Jerry? Their legs go like that. Trrrr, and then... Choo. Have you seen that? They run on the spot first. Trrrr, and then... Well, Sugriva was always in that mode. Trrrr mode. Waiting to bolt. Not Usain Bolt, he is Bolt. He was waiting to bolt. Means always running from Bali. So now Bhagwan Ram said, you go there and challenge Bali to fight my dear Sugriv, and when Bali comes out, I will shoot him. This was the plan. Okay. Now what happened? First of all, Sugriv was scared. Because he cannot even think of this Bali, he's scared of even thinking of Bali. So he said, Prabhu, you know this Bali is strong, you know. He said, you don't worry now, you go. You go there. I promise. When he comes out, I'll shoot him. So Sugriv goes there. And he challenges Bali. And Bali comes out of the house and starts raining blows on him. Bali comes out of the palace and starts raining blows on Sugriv. And Sugriv is saying, as his breath is coming out, his life, prana is going. And he's saying, now Bhagwan will shoot him. Now Bhagwan will shoot him. Now Bhagwan will shoot him. Bhagwan doesn't shoot. And Sugriv thinks, what is this? Bhagwan set me up. That made me upset. And with the last little bit of prana left in his body, life left in his body, he made a sprint and ran away from that Bali. What is in English is that? It is good to run away so that you may fight another day. Something. Anyway, look like Sugriva make up that. Anyway, so he ran away there and then collapsed. When he escaped Bali, he collapsed. And he came back to Bhagwan Sri Ram crawling, creeping. But he was beaten so badly that in Valmiki Ramayana it is described they had to hospitalize him for 6 months. He was in Mount Hope for 6 months. He was in hospital for 6 months. Then, in this Ramcharitamanas of Tulsidas Ji, Bhagwan just touched him like this. And he became fine. There is one yuga, this is a different yuga. One Satyuga, a different Satyuga. In this Satyuga, Bhagwan just touched him. Rubbed his hand on his head. And Sugriv became fine. So when Sugriv became fine, the first thing he said, Prabhu, what is this? You set me up? Damn man almost killed me. That monkey almost killed me. Both of them were vanar. And you did not shoot, you promised. And you Raghukula Riti Sadha Chaliyai, Pran Jai Barubaj. Your life will go and you will not go back on your own. My life almost went. Then, why you did not shoot him? So Sugriv, Bhagwan Ram said, Sugriv, look here. I only saw you in the past, I met you now here in Rishyambuk Parvat. I had never met Bali. I did not see Bali. And when now Bali came out, both of you look like twins. I did not know who is Bali and who is Sugriv. If I had shot an arrow there, 50-50 chance I could have killed you. Sugriv said, Bhagwan, that is a good excuse. That excuse worked. So Sugriv said, Prabhu, now what we'll do? He said, what do you mean what we'll do? You take this mala and put it on. He gave a mala to this Sugriv now. You put on this mala and go and fight him again. Sugriv said, Prabhu, you sure? You sure? You go shoot him this time, na? He said, I had a very, very good excuse the last time. But now with this mala, I could differentiate who is Bali and who is Sugriv. So you wear this mala and rest assured, I will shoot him when he comes out. So reluctantly, Sugriv put on that mala and went there and walked 10 feet and watched back to Rama. Again, walk another 20 feet and watch back. You there? Yeah, you walk again. Reluctantly going there to challenge Bali once more. And Bhagavan on this side, he put his hand together and he said, I hope Bali are wearing the same mala. Hare Krishna. So anyway, Sugriv goes there and challenges Bali. Second time. Now Bali, in a fit of anger, thinking in his mind, this fellow just got such a bad beating, and again he came back to challenge me. This time I'll surely kill him. And I do not know in which one of the Ramayana I had seen, but Tara's wisdom, and you'll see how this type of wisdom is very important. Tara's wisdom in the past had wrenched out of Bali a promise that you will not kill your brother. Listen, only the women in families do this, Men come with anger and this and that, and women always have that wisdom. You may disagree with your brother, or you may do this or you may do that, but make sure that you do not kill your... She had gotten Bali to make a promise. Tara. And Bali had promised, but Bali came out now with such anger, and this is where Tulsidas now picks up that katha. This is where we will start now. If you have your Ramayana there, this is Kishinaka, just before number 7. 3 lines before number 7. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Te dvau bandhu tej bal siva. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Kosales sut Lakshman Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Kalahu jeet sakali sangrama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Jaya Raghu Rama. Jai Sita Rama. Syamar Ramachandra ki jai. Sunata Bali. When Bali heard the challenge from outside, Bali is in his big palace, He heard the challenge from out there. Sunata Bali, Krodhatur Dhava. With rage, he ran out of that palace. This time, promise he made to Tara, let I not kill my brother. This time, look like I'll have to kill him for sure. That type of rage. And when Tara saw him running out like that, well, the wise Tara, Gahi kar charan. She grabbed his feet. She grabbed his feet, fell on his feet. Nari samujhava, and she tried to make him understand. And I told you last night how very clear and crystal clear, spashta roop say. In Hindi we say spashta. Spashta means crystal clear. And also not talking much, talking less. Sunupati, listen my dear husband. Jinhai mileu Sugriva. Whoever Sugriva has formed an alliance with. Now see, Bali is not thinking, he out of anger, when and krodha, see, krodhat bhavati sammohaha, Bhagavan says in Gita. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, when krodha, anger comes, delusion takes over the mind, all his thinking goes out the door. Not thinking, I already promised Tara I'll not kill him. Look like I'll kill him this time. All promise and all gone out. Then you think, na, what is the matter with you? Sugriva has run away from you all his life. Even if he hears your name, he shudders. Right? That same Sugriva who's been running away from you all his life, same Sugriva has now come by your door challenging you to fight. And that too after just getting a sound beating. Don't you think there would be some other reason for this? How clear? I told you this, Mandodari and Tara, they present their case like a lawyer only. You think? Why somebody who's scared of you and running away from you all his life suddenly will show up at your door to challenge you to fight? Well, he has to have some lethal artillery in his arsenal. True or not? What other reason? Or he wants to die. But if he wants to commit suicide, there are so many ways to do that. So Sugriva has made an alliance. Te dvau bandhu te jabala siva. With two resplendent, powerful brothers. He has made an alliance with them. And not that Bali did not know this. Bali knew this. But now all his thinking has gone haywire. Krodha. From anger comes delusion. On inability to think clearly or know what is right from wrong and all that. Bhagavan says in Gita. Huh? Then Kosales Sutta Lachimana Rama. She tells. They are the two sons of King Dasharath. Kosales. Kosala is. Iti Kosales. The Lord of Kaushal Desh. That is Dasharathji Maharaj. They are the two sons of this Dasharathji, Lakshman and Rama. Then Kalahu Jiti Sakahi Sangrama. They are capable of defeating Lord Death also in a battle. They are capable of defeating death also in a battle. Yamraj. Who are you? Yamraj who defeats everybody. Who has not been defeated by Yamraj in this sansar? All man will have to answer to Yamraj. One day. Nobody could defeat Yamraj. But this Rama, Lakshmana, they can defeat this death also. This Sugriva has made an alliance with them. So the strongest piece of logic is, you just ask yourself, why suddenly Sugriva will come to fight you? Now, Ravan, in his arrogance, and Bali, There's mother. Ravan is really intoxicated with his power and his wealth and his all other things, right? They're called mother. And here, Bali, intoxicated with his might, his power. And now deluded by anger. Because Sugriv means, how dare he come here to challenge me? Like that. But now consumed by anger and really intoxicated with his power also. And in this case, the anger. See, Kama Vibhishan had told to Ravan in Sundarkand. See. This is the doorway to Narak. What is the doorway to Narak? Kama, desire. And Mandodari told Ravan his desire, lust for Sitaji, Kama. And Krodha, anger. Notice Bali has the same anger. And also Kama. Kama, Krodha. Mother, arrogance. Both of them with their power and their might. And love, greed. Oh. Bali so much did not have this greed, but Ravan. Ravan paved the pavement in Lanka with gold. The pavement, we have a pavement here with concrete. Right? And the next day, Vasa come and dig it up. He made the pavement with gold, imagine. Love, greed for more and more. Like that. So, here, Bali taken over with this anger. And now, when these four take the person over, then what happens? His mind becomes totally clouded, deluded, and everything. And he cannot think clearly. He doesn't know what is right from wrong, what ought to be done, what ought not to be done. Karya vyavasthita. He doesn't know anything. And see his reply. And the clear, succinct logic presented by both the wives to the two of them, and the foolish reply of Ravan there yesterday we saw, and see now Bali's reply. Look at this. Bali's reply in the Doha. This is number 7. These durgunas which are there in the scriptures, Kama, Krodh, Mada, Lobh, right? They can make even a right thinking person or a clear thinking person go wacko, Bali was a great devotee and did a lot of tapas and did so many things. But when anger comes, a person who is able to think very clearly, all his thinking, they go out the door. So now, see his thinking, how messed up his thinking has become now. It may on the surface sound good, but listen here. Kaha Bali, Bali said, Kaha Bali, Sunu Bhiru, listen my dear, Priya, listen. Samadarsi Raghunatha. Bhagwan Ram has equal vision. He sees me as equal, Sugriva as equal, he sees everybody as equal. Yes, he's Samadarshi. Samadarshi is such a nice word in both Sanskrit and Hindi. Who sees everybody as equal. In 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he tells very nicely. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. Name dveshyosti na priyaha. I don't have any love or hatred for anybody. I see all as equal. I exist equally in all beings. So Bali is invoking that thing. He is invoking that teaching. But Bhagavan is Samadarshi, he sees all as equal. So when I go out on the battlefield there, since Bhagavan is Samadarshi, he sees all as equal, he will not see any difference between me and Sugriv. This is his argument. False argument. On the surface of it, it looks good. And it is true, Bhagavan is Samadarshi. But what is the meaning of Samadarshi? If Bhagavan is Samadarshi and sees all as equal, then he will have no basis. Means if we take that word in its ordinary meaning, he will have no basis to remove any Rakshasa, to remove any Ravan, Bahu, Subahu, and Kharadushan. He will have no rationale to remove anybody, isn't it? Because he'll see everybody as equal. So that is not the meaning. Look here. You think, and this is a big thing which comes all the time, and people have a lot of misunderstanding about this. If your child has gotten a roso pica, in modern language, if they have gotten a thorn stuck in their foot, right? In Guyana, if they have gotten a plimpla borium, if a plimpla borium, then that time you go and you get a sui, right? A needle or pin. And what you do? You know it is going to pain the child. Blood may even come. But what do? You tell somebody, hold him down there. Isn't it? Hold him there. And your holy foot. And you know it is going to bring out blood and it's going to cause pain and discomfort and distress and whatever. But you know, in the long run, it is good for the child, correct? So when you do that time, are you doing that with hatred for the child or are you doing that with love for the child? Think. We are doing that with love for the child, isn't it? Even love may have or may necessitate what is ordinarily called a painful dispensation. In this case, out of love for the child, There's a painful dispensation. I have to hold the foot and take it out. So Bhagwan's guna, or Bhagwan's attribute, what you call lakshana, Bhagwan's lakshana is, he is samadarshi, correct. He has equal love for all beings. But Mata, Pita, he is also mother and father. Pitamaha in Bhagavad Gita is very clearly told. Everywhere in this Ramayana also. Angad told to Bhagavan Ram, you are my mother, my father, my everything. So whatever is required to be done does not in any way interfere with the principle of Samadarshana. Samattvam, Samadarshi. He may very well be Samadarshi, but what has to be done has to be done. Another way to look at this. Bhagwan is Samadarshi, but Bhagwan also is Karma Phala Data. In other words, he has to marry these two principles. He sees everybody as equal, but he also has to dispense the karma of every jiva. So if he is dispensing karma, look here, when the teller at the bank gives you money, the teller is giving their money or what? The teller is giving you your own money, isn't it? Whose money the teller is giving? Nicely the account, take that. I know you go there like if this is their money, but it is not their money. They are giving you your own money. No. Really, the teller has no choice in any matters there, isn't it? If you on your withdrawal slip, you write 4,000, the teller has to give 4,000. The teller doesn't have any choice in the matter. This is your own money. In the very same way, Bhagwan is karma phala data. He has to give the result of whose karma? My own karma. Bhagwan gives the result of my own karma, and really Bhagwan doesn't have any choice in the matter. And since there is no choice in the matter, it means there is no personal deliberation. No personal deliberation means what? No personal motive or intention. In other words, Bhagwan doesn't punish anybody for their sins. Everybody is punished by their sins. That is the idea. Eh? He is just the medium or the instrument by which the results come back. Now, Bali is invoking a principle with a wrong understanding. I don't think Bali would have understood this wrongly. He's Indravatar. But Bali is now confused. Anger has taken over his mind. And Tara has put a very, very nice explanation. My dear Bali, you think. In the end, Bali's wisdom, of course, paid off. He would have calmed down, but people have calmed down too late, you know. Jau kadachit muhi marhi tau puni ho sanatha. Sanatha means, even if he kills me, let us say, Bali says, even if he kills me, then I will become sanatha. Sanatha is I don't think we have English words for this, sanatha. I will become with Lord. Sanatha. With Lord means what? Right now I am Lordless. So if Bhagwan kills me, I will become chosen by Bhagwan. Like that. I will become one of his. That is the idea. With Lord. So, this Tara gains her wisdom and gains her all astuteness in diplomacy and all that because Tara was the daughter of Brihaspati. Brihaspati, you know? Brihaspati was Brihaspati is the guru of the gods. He is a Deva Guru. Deva Guru. Now his daughter will have to be so wise. When all the devatas were taking various forms, Brihaspati's daughter took the form of Tara. That is the idea. And she did not come into the world in any ordinary way. It is said that when they were churning the Milky Ocean, all the two sides started getting tired and all, churning. And they went and called at Bali to help them. The gods, actually, on their side, went and called Bali. Asuras went and called other people. The gods went and called Bali. And Bali came there single-handedly. He was so powerful. Bali alone churned on this side with all of them. And while churning, Tara came out from Milky Ocean. So the daughter of Brihaspati did not make her entrance into the world in any ordinary way. She came out of the Milky Ocean, like Lakshmi. In the tradition, they will be considered to be sisters. So what wisdom? Brihaspati and being born from the Milky Ocean also. And because Bali had helped them to churn and they got some rest, the devatas, Lakshmi also was presented to Bhagavan Vishnu. Here Tara was presented to Bali. And she stayed on the side of Bali, always guiding him. Because Bali always will make some wrong decision. So she always was there keeping him on the right path. Stay. Just further down in a few chaupais, dohas down the road, when Bhagavan Ram kills Bali now, that time, Tara laments. And in 2 lines, Bhagavan gave her Atma Jnana. And in 2 lines, all her wisdom came back. Because anybody is entitled to lose their balance sometimes, She lost her balance when Bali died. A sudden shock. But in 2 lines, Bhagavan was able to give her wisdom and bring her back. Then later on, just down the same Kishkinda Kand again, Bhagavan told to Lakshmana, what is this? I killed Bali, I kept myself of my side of the bargain. This Sugriva was supposed to help me look for Sitaji. It looks like this fellow has forgotten. Now he's eating, drinking and being merry and he forgot me. You go there, told Lakshmana, because I cannot go to cities and palace and all that. You go there and shake him up a little bit. Bhagavan Ram sent Lakshmana. When they heard Lakshmana was coming, everybody started running, helter-skelter. Lakshmana is a firebrand, Everybody started running here and there. Sugriva also started to tremble now. What will happen? Hanumanji was keeping some balance. He told, I will go and meet Lakshmana and I will take Tara. He took Tara and he put her in front. He put Tara in front and walked to meet Lakshmana there. And then Hanumanji told, using Tara as the diplomat actually, and they together calmed down this Lakshmana. Otherwise, Kishkinda would have been, he would have made a parking lot out of Kishkinda. So, like this Tara displays her astute diplomacy and wisdom. And even Hanumanji and Sugriv both knew the best person to put in front to meet this Lakshmana is Tara. You see? So, actually in one of the incarnation, one of the yoga, she was the daughter of Sushena. Sushena, you know? Dr. Sushena. So again, it is as though she had a solution or medicine for everything. She always had the right answer for all things. In the end, and I have to close with this now because time is going away here. In the end, when Bali is dying, Bali tells to Bhagwan Ram one thing. He says, Prabhu, I have this son of mine, Angad, and you please take him under your wings and consider him to be your das, your servant, and guide him. Take care of him. And then he called Sugriv. This is not the Ramcharitmanas, this is Valmiki Ramayana. He called Sugriv, knowing that Sugriv will be the next king. Bali, on his deathbed. Knowing that Sugriv will be the next king, he said to Sugriv, all my enmity with you I give up now. I have no enmity with you. And I know you will be the next king. And in front of Bhagwan Ram, I want to tell you that as a king, as a ruler, you will need advisors. Every king, every ruler, every prime minister, president, they need advisors around them. And in this kingdom, there is nobody who is a wiser advisor than Tara. And now that I am leaving and you will be king, you take the advice. Tara, and this is Bali's admission in his deathbed, Tara has not till today ever made a wrong decision. Till this day. So this is the message he leaves with Sugriv to be the next ruler. See, and Bali is telling this message to Sugriv when he himself did not take the advice of Tara. So then we say, hey, you yourself didn't follow, why are you telling me to follow? This is the exact same thing which happened to Bhishma in Mahabharata. Suddenly, Bhishma, who has stood on the side of the Kauravas and did all the wrong things, and when they disrobed Draupadi in that Hastinapur, Bhishma also did not say a word. And suddenly, now in Mahabharata, when he's dying now, he's giving Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishnu Sahasranama and wisdom, niti, all sorts of things he's giving. Somebody said, what is this? You did not follow, Bali did not follow the same advice he's giving to Sugriv now. Bhishma did not do anything. Suddenly now both are giving wisdom and time to die. The idea is, when Bhagavan Ram struck that Bali, and same there, when Bhishma was struck with those arrows, in that moment, all of their blood, bad blood flowed out. And in Bali's case, especially here, in the last moment here, now he tells to Bhagavan Ram, Prabhu, I tried many a trick, but I know today that in front of you, no tricks could work. But I tried many a trick. And today I have discovered. And Bali, in that moment, surrenders totally to Bhagavan Shira. Bhagavan even offered to spare his life. And he said, no. That I'm dying with you in front of my eyes and you'll spare my life? No. Anybody who misses this opportunity, he had to be counted as the biggest fool in the world. So, Bhagavan allowed him to die with the arrow. So the idea is, in that moment, when he had totally surrendered to Bhagavan Ram, now he's become a purified devotee. Now he has the authority to give wisdom to Sugriv. And the same thing had happened to Bhishma. So the wisdom is, Tara has never yet ever made a wrong decision in her life. And you take this advice from Tara. These were his parting words. So this is the pedestal on which Tara stands in this Ramayana. Perfect decisions for everything. Okay, so now we'll have to see tomorrow.